Hey there, Frank. You and I got some stuff that we were supposed to be talking about here. You and I have had a chat going for probably the last 15 years. It's got to be at least 1,000,000 words on it, and I've been thinking that we need some sort of way to catalog it, some way that doesn't require that we're scrolling through weeks and weeks of stale memes. You mentioned that this is just what the internet needs, two more white guys with a podcast, and to be honest, I think you're right. But I think the things that we say on there are interesting, not like just because we choose to talk about things that are objectively interesting, but for the things that are subjective, we find them interesting for a reason. I've been trying over the last 15 years or so to do anything, hopeless, artistic wannabe that I am. But it turns out like I am not an artist. I'm not an illustrator, not a painter. I'm not a singer, a guitarist, or a pianist. I'm not even a writer. I'm a pretender to all of those things. And I don't do them in such a way that's like required in order to publish. And like I'm almost 30. If I'm gonna do something, I gotta start doing it now. I've been thinking about death a whole lot lately. Like, not just because I'm 30. I mean, I hit a bear in the last couple of weeks. For anybody who isn't Hugo, I guess, content warning. But like, if you're not Hugo, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you here? I'm going back to school. I'm getting a job, like a different job from the one that I've had for the last 7 years. It makes sense that I'm thinking about death. Also, there was an election lately, and I fucking hate how people have been talking about that. I mean, it's this group's fault, it's that group's fault, it's white women, it's black men, it's the illegal immigrants' fault that they're all going to get deported. It's the left's fault for abandoning masculinity, and the Democrats need to move to the right? No. No, this is exactly like it was in 2016. This was an election for outsiders. Neoliberal politics have become unpalatable to the median voter, and I get how people wouldn't understand how a Bernie bro could go on to vote for Trump, but that's why. People want change, and they want change of any type, and they want it now. And I don't know how we're going to be able to form a coalition government if we can't all get on the same page. I want to do something about it. Like, we gotta do something about it. Times are getting pretty fucking dark. But like, one man is not enough to go toe-to-toe with America's institutions. There are some things that I cannot do. And I know you're supposed to like ask God for the strength to accept the things that you cannot change, but I do not want to ask that. I want to change the things I can't change. I've always thought it was like my duty as someone who could maybe understand what the fuck's going on here to try and do something to make the world a better place, but my duty is no longer to the world. I got a daughter, I've got a girlfriend, I've got things that I want to do with my life. And so my duty is to all that. I mean, it's super cocky, but I don't know if the world is going to be okay without me. I gotta get better at prose. I definitely need to get better at research. I mean, my gut tells me that the way to go for a YouTube video is high quality arguments and well-researched statements. This is me sort of admitting defeat on that front. I've, factors that are pushing me towards high effort plotting. This is the victory of what a writer would call pantsing, and because of that, like, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna say things that I don't agree with further on. I'm going to make bad decisions, and I'm gonna not do my research. Everybody's just gonna have to deal with that. I'm a horribly, horribly unreliable narrator. I like to talk casually, and I like to make jokes. You could call them jokes. But if you're not frank, then we're not friends. I do not know you. And your perception that like, hey, this guy might be smart, he's just being humble, no. I'm actually not above criticism. I, like most Americans, live in a pig pen. I'm covered in shit. This is my third take. In between takes 2 and 3, I locked myself out of the studio, had to walk 3 miles to have my girlfriend come pick me up. All this to say, obviously, I have an audience problem. I do not know who these people are, and I do not know how to talk to them. I've tried this format before, even, to no avail. I think the only time I've been remotely successful was when my girlfriend was on the camera, and she was also the one on the edit. Only then was it, like, content. You know who doesn't have this problem? The motherfucking Vlog Brothers, Hank and John Green. And they got like 20 years on us in a lot of different ways. They know what they're saying, they know who they're saying it to, they know how to make an insightful statement, and they know how to do it kindly. And like, it's not 2007 anymore. The environment that I'm having us enter into is a lot more hostile and a lot more cynical. But there's things to be said, there's things that I want to say. And I know that you're capable of being cogent and intelligent and insightful, and I guess I've just got to make pretend that I'm capable of doing the same. I don't have an audience. I don't know how to talk to an audience. But I do know how to talk to my Frank. And I think that that's probably going to have to be okay for right now. I really love you, big man. I'm excited to go on this journey with you. Thank you for coming with me, and I hope to see you sometime in the next couple of weeks. I'm so out of fucking breath. Fucking dumbbells the screen on all these.